And get started. All right, we got a couple minutes. Come on in Instagram, come on in TikTok. Thank you all so much for being here. You already know I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today is Foodie Friday, so we're going to be going live on TikTok. If you see me looking at that camera, I have a show on TikTok on Fridays at 5. We're going to be making some watermelon sandwiches. So, hello Kiki, hello the Fit Dealer, hello Mr. CKB. It's been a while. Good to see you. So, not ignoring you all. I'm going to be on TikTok, so if you want to engage, go to Food Talk, like TikTok.com. I'm sorry, FoodTokTV. So I'm just coming in here to say hello before we get started, get my uniform on. Hopefully you all had a great week. And we're going to be making some no-cook treats today, some watermelon sandwiches. If I can get myself together. Let's see how we do. Maybe it's better this way. Oh yeah, long time. I'm still here. I used to stream 7 days a week. I still make content every day, but live streams are now, they were 4 days a week. Now they're 3 days a week. I don't know if it is what it is. Fridays, Mondays, and Saturdays. So life is great. The kids are growing up and everything is good. Everything is good. So come on in, everybody. We got another minute, then we're going to go live on TikTok, and I'll show what we're making today. But I just like to come on here before we get started and after we get started, just to greet you all. Hello, Monique. Thank you all so much for being here. All right, it's 5 o'clock. I think we're good. Y'all know me in this apron, always struggling. Let me cinch it up just a little bit tighter. Got this sweater on, so it's a little bit bulky. And we're going to get ready, going to get started on TikTok. All right, here we go. If I can press the button. All right, everybody, come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. Come on in and tap that screen. Today we are making watermelon sandwiches. So this is a no-cook cooking recipe. Food Talk TV has live cooking content every day of the week, and I'm with you all Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. So come on in. Let us know where you're watching from. Make sure y'all have a really good view. All right. We have 0 likes. Let's see if I can get one person to tap the screen. Let us know that you like what you're seeing. So I have watermelon and cheese times 3. So 3 recipes have come up in my feed. And I want to recreate all of them. And so I'll show you all the recipes. And then you can let me know which one you want me to make first. We will make all of them. Thank you all for the 2 likes. Thank you, Camille, for the roses. Let's see if we can get to double digits. 10 likes. So I'm going to clean off the counter, and I am going to wash my hands. And then I'm going to show you all what we're making today for this recipe. You don't need a stove. You don't need an oven. You need a knife and a cutting board, a watermelon, and some cheeses. So I'll show you all through. I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. All right. Thank you so much for the flowers. I appreciate it. Hope everybody had a good Friday. Come on in. Happy Friday. Let's clean this off. And I'm in Atlanta. Wherever you are, we are in the dog days of summer, as they say. Before you know it, it'll be back to school. We've already started here in the South. But if you're looking for something refreshing, if you're looking for a no-cook recipe, if you don't want to cook, if you don't know how to cook, then today is your day. All right, so come on in. And again, as always, welcome to Food Talk TV. This recipe and all of my recipes and all other creator recipes are on FoodTokTV.com. We're already at 174 likes. Thank you all so much for tapping the screen. Camille's in Arizona. Let's see if we can get to 200. All right, let me clean my hands. If you tap the screen, if you share, if you like it, it'll notify other people that we got good stuff going on. Oh, we did it. We're already up to 201. Thank you. All right, everybody. So I'm going to show you all the recipes that we're making today. Thank you, Kelly, for the badges. And then you all can vote on which one we're going to do first. I have 3 recipes for you. We have 3 different watermelon sandwiches. All right. So I have these saved. Let me show you the first one. Let me go ahead and show you the inspiration, and I'll show you my my substitutes. I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. I always tell you, if you can have the full flavor, please have some for me. Some of us like certain foods, but they don't like us back, all right? So this is an Abir Saag recipe, if I'm saying her name correctly. She's a Lebanese chef. I am not a professional chef, and that will become painfully obvious because I mess up all of the time. Thank you all so much. We're up to 693 likes. Let's see if we can get to 750, all right? I appreciate you all so much. So this recipe is watermelon, mint, and halloumi cheese. So let me show it to you all. There's some music here, but you'll be all right. Let's see if I can get the sound. Doesn't that look beautiful? All right, so let's take a look without my distraction. So we're gonna get a watermelon, we're gonna cut it, and then once we cut that watermelon, I think we're gonna quarter it and then get this rectangular block. Then we're gonna use the vegetable peeler and peel watermelon sheets. And then we're gonna cut up our halloumi cheese, and we're gonna roll the watermelon sheets up with halloumi cheese, and then we're gonna top each one with fresh mint. So if this is your favorite or you wanna do this one first, either put mint in the chat or maybe there's a leaf emoji. All right, so that's one of three. We're gonna do all three today. So don't worry, if that one's your favorite. Now I may not do a whole platter like she did, but I'm gonna try. Have I ever made any of these recipes before? No. Why would I do that? I come on here with you all and I see things and I'm like, ooh, let's try it. And we try it together, all right? We're over 1,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we are making watermelon sandwiches, so I'm going to show you the second one. So come on in. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 likes, all right? So I use social media to save recipe inspiration, so I'm going to go into my saved folder, and I'm going to show you all the second one. So if that's your first choice, you can put mint in the chat. If you want to wait on all three and vote, that's fine. Then I'm going to get all the ingredients out, and we're going to make it. All right. I think this is the one that I posted on FoodTokTV. Let's see. Is there music or? Okay, focus, Maggie. All right, take a look at this one. We're gonna get watermelon. We're gonna slice it into squares. This is mozzarella, salt, pepper, tomato, fresh basil, olive oil, balsamic glaze. Cut it and eat. All right, so if this is your favorite, I don't know if there's a syrup or honey emoji or put glaze, all right? So that's number two. Let me find the last one. I'm so excited. Y'all, we got a whole watermelon, and I'm trying to think, who am I gonna give this stuff away to? I need to go walk the block and give away all this stuff to the neighbors. So that's number two. That one, the first one was with halloumi cheese. The second one is with fresh mozzarella. And then let me show you all the third one, and then we'll get started. Let's get it started. All right. Where did I save it? Oh, is it in? Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Okay, I found the third one. This one is in German. It's going to be good. This one is in German. Do I speak German? No. Have I been to Germany? Yes. So if you understand what he's saying, great. We're going to go with picture and sound. So this is number three.
Enthält wenig Fett, viel Protein und kann dir sogar beim
Abnehmen helfen.
Die Süße der Melone trifft auf den salzigen Käse, so erfrischend, so leicht, so lecker, dass du vergisst, dass es gesund ist. Hast du schon mal so eine Kombi probiert? Manche essen ja sogar Eis mit Pommes. So weit ist es bei mir aber noch nicht gekommen. Als erstes brauchen wir eine schöne
All right, so I have no idea what he said. We're going to cut our watermelon, and then we're going to cut a big ring, and then out of that big ring, we're going to make sandwich bread. So basically this is like a weight loss sandwich. So we're going to cut it into squares. And then from those squares, we're going to cut those in half each into sheets. All right. And then what he's using is he's using the shape of the watermelon to make the same size. He has feta cheese. So we're going to cut it the same size as our feta cheese. Then he puts pickles. And then after the pickles, more balsamic glaze, lettuce, and then another slice of watermelon. All right. So this is number 3. If you like this one, find the German flag and put that in the chat. Thank you so much for all of the gifts, everybody. All right. So I'm going to get all of the ingredients out. We got a watermelon we got to get out. We got some balsamic glaze. We got some olive oil. We got a lot going on today. So I bought a watermelon. Actually, I bought 2. The boys have devoured 1. So we're going to get a watermelon out. We're going to cut. We've got a mint recipe with halloumi. We've got a feta recipe, and we've got a mozzarella recipe. Kathy's wants the German one. Oh, thank you so much for the peanuts, Jeanette. Oh, it's corn. Y'all know, I don't know. I'm old and I can't see. All right, so let's get everything out. We're going to need a cutting board. So I put one recipe on FoodTokTV.com, but you know, with watermelon, once you get it out, might as well, we're committed now. I got a damp paper towel. I'm going to put this underneath the cutting board. As you can see, just a safety thing on the granite countertops. See how it can move, which is great if you're playing around. But when you're slicing something, you want stability. So we're just going to put a wet paper towel, or it could be a kitchen towel, on the countertops. And then when we put our cutting board on here, it doesn't move. All right, you really got to work on it. Plus, I've shared with you all this side with the groove. It's going to be great when you're cutting anything that could leak, because it'll pool here instead of going onto your countertops. Like this side is for dry, this side is for wet. All right. I found it on the internet. Y'all know I don't know this stuff. Okay, so No Say wants the first one. You like the mint. Let's see. Let's get everything out. Let's start with the watermelon. All right. Oh, it's a big one. Oh my gosh. I had it in the fridge. It's big and it's cold. So if you're somewhere where they have, y'all, it's heavy. If you're somewhere where they have the big trucks, you know, we're in the South Farmers Market or whatever, protect your melon, buckle it up. Did y'all know this? You're supposed to put your watermelon in the seatbelt? Is that even a thing? Click it or ticket. Okay, this has got to be a joke. But anyway, come on in, everybody. We're at 2,400 likes. Let's see if we can get to 2,500. We are going to be making watermelon and cheese 3 ways. All right, so we've got a watermelon. What I like about these recipes is that there's 3 different types of cheeses, all of them dairy-free for me. Now, when I say dairy-free, I have to avoid cow dairy. If you can have regular cow dairy, please have some for me. But I can have sheep's milk, goat's milk, buffalo milk. That's what we're going to use today. So something about the proteins and these milk substitutes, some of us can tolerate, some of us can't. So that's why I wanted to make these recipes. But again, if you have your own ingredients, please make your own substitutes. Thank you, Mustard Queen, for the badges. Y'all, we're at 2,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 3,000. Okay, so we have 3 different cheeses. Let me show you all the cheeses that we're going to use today. All righty. All right. I love sharing new ingredients with you all, because as I've been on this substitute journey, I've had to find a lot of recipes, a lot of ingredients that my body can tolerate. Lots of different substitutes for cheeses, but you won't find these in your regular grocery store in the back where the Kraft macaroni, like the Kraft cheese, you won't find it there. If they're going to be in your regular grocery store, they're going to be towards the front where the like the deli is. All right, so on the first recipe that we saw, which was the mint, she was using halloumi cheese. So I have some halloumi cheese here. You can get this at Whole Foods. This authentic halloumi cheese is kind of a squeaky cheese, and I don't know if you can see here, it says imported from Cyprus. Have I been to Cyprus? That's part of Greece, right? Anyway, it says authentic, so we're going to go with that. This cheese is sheep's milk. It says sheep, cow, goats. All right, so this is a blend, but halloumi cheese is a great grilling cheese. So if you're missing the taste of like mozzarella sticks, maybe you're low carb and you want to do like a nice cheese that you can dip into like a pizza sauce. This cheese does not melt and get ooey gooey. I don't know how or what, but you can see here how they have it grilled. You can put this in a pan and it'll get like a nice little crust on it, but it'll keep its shape, and then you can dip it in a sauce. So this is halloumi cheese, and this is a sheep's milk cheese that we're going to use for the mint. So if you want the mint, put mint in the chat. The second one, the watermelon sandwich that we saw, was a mozzarella, I think so. So we have this one. This is boof mozzarella. This one comes from either Whole Foods or the Fresh Market. And you can see here it says mozzarella di bufala. Okay, my Italian is terrible. But this is, you can see here, it's a big ball of fresh mozzarella in brine. And this is mozzarella cheese that we're going to slice up. Again, this one comes from buffalo milk. If you can have cow dairy, use your regular mozzarella, but I'm using this substitute, which is the buffalo mozzarella. All right, so that was number 2. If you like that one, I think do the pickle emoji or just put number 2, because we're going to do all of them. And then the last one, authentic Greek feta. So this is feta cheese. Feta cheese is going to be like a crumbly cheese, like a salty cheese. You'll have this in a lot of Greek cuisine on salads. And this one is sheep and goat's milk. All right, so this one is more of a block. So we're going to cut our watermelon and make a sandwich out of this one. All right, so just giving you all 3 different substitutes. If you have to avoid dairy like me and you feel like, oh, I miss my cheese, hopefully that gives you some inspiration. Lydia wants number 2. Thank you, Jasmine's Kitchen, for the badges. We're at 3,300 likes. Let's see if we can get to 3,500. All right, so what else do we have? Let me just get all the ingredients out. So once we start to cut in the watermelon, we have everything. One of the recipes used fresh basil. So I did place an order for this. If you have a garden and you're good with herbs, I can't keep anything alive. I'm better with fresh cut flowers. Oh, this smells amazing. So we have some fresh basil here. I think this is going to go in one of our sandwiches. So we have some basil, or as they say in the UK, basil. We also have some fresh mint. You can get this at Walmart or any grocery store. Which one is the best cheese, Jasmine? And here's a tip, y'all. Maybe y'all already knew this. When I was in London, if you asked for mint tea, literally they would just take off the mint leaves and put it in a cup with hot water and let it steep, and you would get a beautiful natural mint tea. So we have mint leaves. That's why we're making these recipes, because y'all know my herbs will go bad. Y'all have seen me. All right. We also had some lettuce in one of the recipes. So we have some regular iceberg lettuce. I'm not an iceberg lettuce fan. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's big enough to give us a square cut. Excuse me. And then one of the recipes had balsamic glaze. So this is a nice, there is some sugar in here, but this is a nice little drizzle if you like Italian inspired cuisine. We've got the nice fruity and sweet Bertolli. All right. So yes, I saw some pickle. I forgot to order. I think on the recipe, it was like the long dill pickle slices. I just got these out of the fridge. All right. So I know they're hamburger pickles. This is what we got. All right. So we're using it. And then olive oil. Let me grab the olive oil. All right, so the oil that I am approved to use is this coconut oil. I'm not a huge fan, but I'll use it when I have to. But for the recipes, we've got a drizzle of olive oil. All right, so let's think this through. We got all our ingredients. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making watermelon and cheese times 3. So I'm going to give you all 3 different ways to enjoy a summer fruit that is in season. If you don't want to cook, if you don't like to cook, if you can't cook, if you're invited to an event, you all can let me know. I think I want to go in ease of order. No, order of ease. So let me wash this watermelon. And then we're just going to go ahead and cut because we need, I'm trying to think this through. Which one slices? I'm nervous about the shaved watermelon. All right. So we'll go with them. We'll just go in order of what I shared with you all because I'm kind of nervous now because we're going to mess up. But that's the fun thing. All right. So again, I'm going to try and do everything. Whenever I make a recipe for the first time, I try to follow the recipe creator. And if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. So we're going to wash our watermelon. It looks like she cuts it lengthwise, okay? And then from that, she's going to cut that in half, and we're going to end up with a block. And then we're going to try and shave those rectangles, all right? And then we're going to cut our halloumi cheese into cubes, roll it up, and then put the fresh mint. I do have a small platter. Put the fresh mint on there and see if we can make something that looks like that. Kathy says, where's Mama? She's probably watching. Mom is at home enjoying retired life. I keep wanting her to come back in the kitchen with me, but Mom is at the age where she moves when she wants to move. But if you all want to see Mom in the kitchen one more time, I will ask her. All right. So thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you're tapping and liking the screen. Let me turn on my struggle air conditioning. Oh, I didn't plug it up. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. I'm going to put this massive watermelon in the sink. I don't usually wash watermelon, but there's always somebody who's like, you didn't wash it. So we're going to wash it, all right? Let me plug up my air conditioning. Alrighty. So let's just give this a rinse. And then we're going to cut it lengthwise. Usually when I cut my watermelons, I cut them crossways, but you know, again, we're going to try and recreate this and see if we can make a nice little platter. I don't know, do you all eat watermelon salad? I'm not a big watermelon salad thing, but I've seen these a lot in my feed. So I'm like, maybe this is a thing. All right. I'm not a huge watermelon person. I usually eat the lower sugar fruits, but the internet made me do it. Kathy says she's fun. Oh, you like Nana? Yeah, she's great. Thank you all so much. We're at 5,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 6,000. Come on in. Oh, welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making watermelon sandwiches. So we have a huge watermelon here. Watermelon is great for hydration and probably other stuff that I don't know. I am not a doctor. But if you have kids that are picky eaters, or you have extra watermelon and you're tired of just eating it by the slice, which is what we usually do, maybe these recipes can inspire you. All right, let's see if we can get it to not roll. All right, so we got it to kind of stand up. Let me get a big knife. And you want to be careful, obviously, cutting anything that can move on you. So usually what I do is I kind of go down and make a small slice first. Don't try and hack the whole thing. All right, so we're going to go down from the stem. I don't know what that is. All right, and just kind of cut as well as I can. Go down. It's opening nicely. I'm just kind of turning it like an avocado. All right, perfect. Ah, beautiful. It looks so good. This is a beautiful watermelon. Please taste good. Oh, it smells good. It smells like watermelon. Okay, so I'm going to move this one behind me, just out of the way so I have some working space. But I got seedless. Looks like her watermelon has seeds, but y'all will be all right. Oh, it's called the belly button. I didn't know that. I know Jeanette says everybody washes everything. I know. I believe you. God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt. But you didn't ask me that. So let us continue. Okay. So let's get that out of the way. Some of us grew up playing in the dirt or playing outside. Don't get me started on these new kids. Anyway, come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. And we are making, what would you all call this? She calls them watermelon rolls stuffed with halloumi. Y'all are great at coming up with names. So we're going to try and get a nice little rectangle that I can peel here. I do need to get a vegetable peeler. You need a cutting board, a knife, and a vegetable peeler. But what would you all name those, all right? You should call it something besides a sandwich. We're going to make 3, sweetheart. So these are, I guess, watermelon rolls. So we're going to do, I'm going to put the flat side down for safety, but it looks beautiful. It's still heavy. All right. So I'm just going to go down the middle like that, and then go down. That's how I was taught to cut. Just cut away from yourself, especially when you have anything big and unstable. All right, so now we have quartered our watermelon. Oh, it's not perfect. Hopefully it tastes good. It's a little bit light in color. Hers looked really red. Let's do a little quality control. It's really good. It's really wet. Could be slightly sweeter, but I'm not going to complain. All right. We'll put that behind me for inspiration. I wanted to sing that Madonna song. What does it go? Get in something, something for inspiration. Y'all know that song. What's that lyric? If you're new here, I have musical outbursts, and there's something in my head. Madonna has that one song for inspiration. All right. We have a little extra piece here. We're just going to get this out of the way, and we're going to see if we can make maybe a little salt. All right. I need to make some rectangles. Let's see. Where are the seeds? This is a seedless watermelon. Maybe it's a GMO watermelon. I don't know. I'm not the food police. They were at Walmart in the front of the store. All right, so let's see. We cut it like her. She cut it in half lengthwise. Yep, we did that. Then we cut it in half again. See, she doesn't show how you get the rectangles. Let's see if we can figure it out. So I know we need a long strip. This is where like that geometry and my mind starts crunching. Like, how do you get that? I'm just gonna cut it in half again and see if I can maybe get a rectangle out of here. I did well in math, but I'm not good with spatial things. Yummy? All right, let's see. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it down lengthwise and I'm gonna do this. All right, and we're just gonna cut off. Is it square? Is it even square? Not really. Look, this is what we got. All right, so we're gonna cut off the edges. Let's see if we can get the vegetable peeler and peel off a shaved piece. If we can't peel off a shaved piece, and this is terrible, never gesture with the knife, all right? I do teach etiquette classes. Amongst other things, you can go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. If you need to talk and you have utensils in your hand, put them down. If you talk with your hands, use your hands to make a point and then pick up the cutlery. Don't be talking to people doing this thing, all right? Let's get a vegetable peeler. All right, y'all are already laughing. That's okay. Where's the vegetable peeler? Is it in the... Hold on, it may be in the dishwasher. No? Wait, did I take it out? Hold up, y'all. Here we come. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. The whole recipe needs a vegetable peeler. I feel like I took it out and put it somewhere. And now I can't find it. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Focus, Maggie. Here we come, y'all. Come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays. I can't believe it. Y'all, here it is. See, this is what I do. Anybody else old like me, you take stuff out and then you put it for safekeeping because you know you're going to need it. What did I just tell you about talking with the utensils? You take stuff out, you put it somewhere for safekeeping, and then you forget the safe place. Come on in, everybody. We're at 6,500 likes. Let's see if we can get to 7,000. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. And I don't know if y'all have a name for this one. We can call them watermelon rolls. So I'm going to try and shave with the vegetable peeler. This lady is too funny. The sad thing is, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I'm really trying to be serious. All right, let's see. I know she didn't do it this way, but I'm going to see if I can get... Is it working? Okay, focus, Maggie. Hold on. Okay, hers was longer than... Did I break it? Y'all, we got a piece. Not Laffy Taffy. What is that candy? Airheads? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hold up. We got one. All right. Focus. We need to cut the cheese. All right, let's see how many we can get out of here. I am too excited. Hold up, let me get my cutting board. Because we're gonna cut our halloumi cheese in a moment and we'll switch places. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm gonna move these out of the way because I'm nervous. I don't wanna mess up. Y'all, I got watermelon everywhere. Oh my word. All right, we're coming back to you. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making, we can't call this the Maggie roll. Watermelon rolls? All right, let's see. I don't know. I'm going to do it straight down. I'm just nervous to take it off. Okay, so mine aren't perfect, but I'm going to kind of lay them over here. If I can get like, focus. If I can get like 4 or 5, be very careful because they're delicate. Now at this point, I would just give up at the cookout. Y'all don't get these watermelon slices. Oh! But something about me decides to come on here with y'all and try to make something for the first time that I've never made before. Please don't break. All right, let's see how many we can get. Then we're gonna cut our halloumi cheese. Let's see if it's any better if I do it this way. No, I can't. I can't get the grip on it to hold it still. So come on, everybody. We are shaving watermelon. We are making watermelon rolls. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we're making a mess. We're making watermelon and cheese sandwiches 3 ways. So all we need to do is make enough to get a picture, right? We're gonna get a nice close-up for FoodTokTV so we can pretend like all of them look good. We have 3, let's see if we can get 1 more because our watermelon is getting down to the core. This is the first one. We're gonna do 3 of these. So this is a no-cook watermelon sandwich or salad recipe. All right, I think we're good. It's very delicate. Okay, so we have 6 slices of watermelon. Ron says I need to pre-order 200 of those. Okay, great. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this behind me because we need to cut into the halloumi cheese and I don't wanna mess up our delicate rolls. So after these messages, they'll be right back. So hopefully you all can see. Some of them look better than the others, but also you can see our cutting board is working to pull that watermelon juice. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Innermost, for the love. We're at 7,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 8,000. I'm already stressed out. I don't know. I think I like it. I think I like coming in here and stressing myself out with y'all. Okay, so let's just put this over here for now. Oh. All right, so next we're gonna move on to the halloumi cheese. And again, if you're just coming in, this is what we're making. We're making these watermelon rolls. Now, again, I haven't ever done this before. I don't know about y'all, but recipes come up in my feed and I'm like, ooh, I can do that. And I come and try with you all. So we've cut the watermelon. We're gonna make a little platter with 6 of these. Now the cheese that's going inside is halloumi cheese. And halloumi cheese is a sheep's milk cheese that I have. So we're gonna cut it into little cubes, okay? This you can get at Whole Foods. You can get it at grocery stores that have, you know, more like options, especially international foods. So this is a Greek cheese, or it says from Cyprus. All right, let me get the scissors and cut into this. Thank you again for being here. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Hello, Mr. Crown Royal. So good to see you again. See you grilling up a storm. We got Grill Masters on FoodTokTV. We have Proper Chefs on FoodTokTV. Not me. I'm cutting this over the sink because you can see it's in a little bit of saltwater solution. And that is very common for a lot of the natural cheeses or cheese substitutes, that they'll be in a saltwater solution to keep them moist. All right. Hello, the anointed one. Thank you all so much for being here. We're at 8,300 likes. Just gonna pour out the liquid so it's not too messy. Whew. And let's see if we can get to 8,500. I'm gonna try and get in here without destroying it. So again, halloumi cheese is a great grilling cheese. How would I describe this? If you were to just take a bite, very salty. I like it. I don't have to worry about salt. I do have to worry about sugar. They call it a squeaky cheese, meaning when you bite down, it kind of bites back. So you know how like a soft cheese will kind of cream down? And we're gonna get rid of this brine. You could probably put that in the recipe. You know how like a soft cheese will kind of melt down into like a cream? This cheese doesn't do that. It almost has like a spongy texture to it. So you can see here. And again, this is great. If you're missing the taste of like Italian cuisine and like mozzarella sticks, get halloumi cheese, cut it into strips, just pan fry it. If we have time, I'll show y'all. Pan fry it, and then you can, because it keeps its shape, it doesn't melt down, and then you can dip it into like pizza sauce. It's amazing. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna cut half of it into cubes. I guess I should look at my watermelon. And we'll just cut these in half. So we're gonna make 8, all right? So we're gonna take one of these halloumi cubes and we're gonna roll it into our watermelon slices and then top with mint. And that's number 1. Y'all, it's gonna be a long night, but we're gonna have fun. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we are making watermelon and cheese 3 ways. This is a no cooking recipe. Come on in, tap the screen. Recipe will be on FoodTokTV.com if it's not already there. All right, so let's get our watermelon shavings. And I'm just gonna tilt this over in the sink so I don't make too much of a mess. All right, so we have, I'm gonna put this wet towel underneath just for a little stability, but we're done with the cutting. Okay. We have our mint here. We have our garnish. Let me get a little tray. Let me move the knife for safety. I know Kathy says just 199 more to go. Y'all, this is not the express round, okay? So if you want a 10-minute meal, today is not your day. Come on in, everybody. Yes. Welcome to Foodie Fridays. We're just having some fun here. We're making something new. So I have a little platter here, and I have some halloumi cheese that I have cubed. And I'm going to turn my cutting board to make it easy for me to get to. See if we can. All right, so I'm going to go towards the end. I'm going to take this one in the middle, just like she did. I'm going to go towards the end. And I'm rolling our halloumi cheese into the watermelon slice. I think it looks adorable. I want to eat it just like that. And I'm going to put the flat side down. All right, and then let's see if we can get, I think 4 makes a plate. I think my cheese is a little big, but I think if you want something refreshing, the saltiness of the cheese, that probably goes really well. Some of y'all put salt on your watermelon. If you salt your like cucumber, zucchini, you know how it draws the moisture out. Kitchen Time says, what are you making? I have no idea. We're making watermelon rolls. We have halloumi cheese. See if I can get this little struggle one right here. And we're rolling it into shaved watermelon. Then we're going to top with mint. And see if we can make a nice little presentation. I think we can make 2 or 3 more. And you know what? If your watermelon shave is kind of a struggle shave like mine is, I think it's okay because by the time, like a burrito, by the time you get it rolled up and wrapped up on each other, you can't really tell. All right? This watermelon is extra juicy. Literally coming down my hand. All right. Let's see. I think we can make a couple more. So we shaved our watermelon literally like a fruit roll-up. All right? Just be careful because it is very delicate. We would have one more, but research purposes. All right. And then I think I'm gonna try and squeeze one more in here. We got a struggle one over here. Or maybe I'll just taste this one. No, don't be greedy, Maggie. Are we liking this flavor combination? Salty, halloumi cheese, and juicy watermelon. All right, so let's clean this up. This is what we have so far. I'm just gonna wipe the excess off, but I think the presentation is kind of nice. All right, so let's clean this up. Oh, of course I'm out of paper towels. Hold up. All right, everybody, come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Hello, popcorn. We are making watermelon and cheese 3 ways. This is number 1. Again, if you just came in, we had a watermelon. We cut it in half. These are your favorite? Okay, so you all can vote. This is option number 1. We cut our watermelon into a rectangle, then we shaved off a slice. And then inside the shaved slices, we have halloumi cheese, which is a sheep's milk cheese. We rolled it up inside the watermelon, and she made a beautiful platter. Notice how hers isn't dripping everywhere, and we're gonna top it with mint. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so we're over here on the struggle bus. We got a little bit of watermelon leakage, but it was a very juicy watermelon. So I'm just kind of cleaning up the plate. I'm just kind of tilting it a little bit so we can get some of this off so that our pictures look nice. And then I do have some fresh mint. We're gonna put that on top. I love the side view. What is that reminding you of? It almost looks like a beef tartare, but it is not. I was gonna say shout out to the vegans amongst us, but this is not vegan. This is vegetarian though. All right, so now we have some fresh mint. So I'm just going to, all of her leaves were perfectly the same size. Mine are not. So do you rinse herbs, y'all? I don't know. We're gonna rinse this and blot it very gently with my non-existent paper towels. And then we're gonna tear off a mint leaf. And she had these beautiful tweezers to place them on gently. We don't have that over here. All right. So I'm just gonna try and delicately use my hands and garnish them with a mint leaf. Why do my mint leaves look so... Mine are huge. Okay. But then if I cut it in half, 1 second. I'm just gonna place them on there, y'all. This is, you know, somebody was behind the scenes making hers all the same size. Where is Garcon? We don't have that over here. I'm just putting the mint on the top. If you want it extra minty, go for the big one. I don't get extra, Maggie. But I feel like the mint is overpowering the watermelon roll. All right, let's do one more. This one looks kind of, let me see if I just tear this one. Yeah, I'm gonna tear. There you go. I know, but I want all 3 colors. Very Italian, red, white, and green. All right, so in 45 minutes, that's option number 1. Breezy says, what if you just rolled it and chopped it and used the strands? Not sure I understand, but I'm sure there's lots of ways to make this happen. So this is option number 1. They look good. Oh, watermelon sushi. I like that name, watermelon sushi. So again, this could be fun for the kids. Get the kids in the kitchen. So let's take a picture of this one and then we'll taste one and then we'll move on to number 2. That was a lot, all right? So this was the goal. And this is what I made. I think we did pretty good. You like it? It looks pretty? Yeah, that little mint made a big difference, right? Just putting that on there. Such a cute idea. I think so too. Not bad. Not bad. All right. So this is number 1, y'all. My watermelon juice just keeps coming out. So let me blot and take a quick picture and then I'll try one for you. I've had watermelon and salt. Let me move the cheese so we can get a really nice picture. Oh, y'all, this is beautiful. Let me move the scissors. I think the presentation is lovely. Let's do one with the flash, and then one, let's do a video. Our watermelon sushi with halloumi cheese, fresh mint, and of course, juicy watermelon. We're gonna give one a try. All right. So, oh, y'all, it's literally leaking out. So I've got the flap at the bottom. So we're gonna take a nice little bite. Let's see. Y'all, hold up. That was exquisite. It almost tastes like if you could put fruit into, like, you know, those chocolate boxes. Let me just space them out. Y'all know when you swipe one and you got to make it look like it wasn't there. It is so almost like elegant and sophisticated. Of course, the first thing that hit me was the juiciness of the watermelon. And then the bite of the mint was really refreshing. And then when you continue to chew down, like, you get this like creamy cheese, but it's not too cheesy. This is not like a Colby Jack cube would almost be like smeary. This cheese is a very like structured cheese. Oh, it's lovely. If you like salt on your watermelon, you would love this. All right, y'all. So this is number one, our watermelon sushi. I like that name. All right. So you'll vote. Very attractive. Oh, thank you all so much. We're at 12,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 1,300. Watermelon sushi is done. Okay. So that was the first one, y'all. I got watermelon juice on my iPad. Struggle iPad is. All right, so let me show y'all the second one. The good news is we've cut our watermelon. Let's go to the next one. I'm so excited, y'all. It's little things like this. I'm like, in my mind, I can do that. And then when I do it, I'm like, y'all, we did that. We made that. So if you're having like a little brunch or a little girls thing, ooh, some balsamic glaze, don't threaten me with a good time. Hold up. I lost my mint. All right, let's get a torn piece. See, I start moving fast and stuff starts messing up. All right. So Mustard Queen wants some balsamic glaze. This is not part of the recipe, but for research purposes, we have some Bertolli, some balsamic glaze. We're gonna put some of that on there. Oh my God, I wanna cry. I feel rich. I feel like it's all premium ingredients. I literally feel like, you know, when you go somewhere and they bring you a tray of canapes or little hors d'oeuvres and just that one bite just does everything. OMG. What's inside? So this balsamic glaze is balsamic vinegar and grapes. Y'all, I don't know. But that was watermelon, mint, and halloumi cheese. Y'all, I'm probably gonna eat that whole tray. Focus, Maggie. Woo! It was already a 10 out of 10, but that balsamic glaze gave it a 10 plus. The sushi, watermelon sushi. Yes, excellent. Gotta make that. Okay, focus. Now, the next one, let's do the German one. Yeah, because I think this one has watermelon glaze. Okay, here's the watermelon sandwich. This is next. So we're gonna get the other watermelon section and we're gonna cut it into sandwich squares. And then we are going to use the feta cheese as a guide for the shape of our watermelon squares. All right, so this is the goal for number 2. So he's eating it like a sandwich. Y'all are laughing at me. All right, so we've already done this part. We've cut our watermelon. And then he has a ring. I think I'm gonna cut mine a different way. All that matters is that you have squares. I got an idea. Let's see if it works. Dorothy says, I think I'll try this with the cheese I have. You have half of a watermelon yet left. Absolutely. She did it with, halloumi. But you all, this is just inspiration. Have it your way, Burger King. Watermelon, feta cheese, pickles, salt on salt on salt, balsamic glaze for Mustard Queen, lettuce, and then more watermelon. All right, so let's move the halloumi cheese back. Yeah, let me just put this on a paper towel. I'll put it in a Ziploc bag because I need to cut the feta cheese. All right, excellent. Loving it, loving it. I'll just move it there. Let's toss this mint. All right, we'll wipe this down. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the feta because the feta for this one is gonna guide us for the size of our watermelon bread. All right. Oh, thank you all so much for being here. Yes, I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I'm on all platforms, including TikTok. I make food and femininity content. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie, and we are making, what do you all want to call this one? The first one was watermelon sushi. You all let me know what we should call this one. So I had this Greek feta. This one is not in brine. Usually the authentic ones, they will tell you they'll come in a big tub in brine, but this is what we got, and you will be all right, all right? So this is a sheep and goat's milk cheese. All right, so this is what I'm using. Let's go ahead and peel this open. Feta is used when we're done with the mint. Excellent. Again, to make your mint tea, just put some leaves in hot water, let it steep, you got mint tea. Okay. So this is, you can see, about the size of, a little bit bigger than a deck of cards. We're going to cut into this. And then it's going to be our measuring bag. Oh, it's got a little bit of liquid in here. You can buy the feta crumbles and the dry feta, but it's not the same. So you all can see it's nice and in the saltwater solution. Again, these cheeses have been approved for me because sheep's milk and goat's milk, apparently it's easier to digest for some people than cow milk. I am not a doctor. Do not listen to me. All right, so we have our feta cheese. So I think what I saw him cut, let me see. Yeah, he cuts it in half. All right. So we're gonna cut it in half lengthwise. So I'm gonna go down the center because we're gonna make 2 watermelon sandwiches. Adelina is laughing at me. We're at 17,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 20,000. Come on in. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Let me focus. All right. We're going to cut our cheese in half lengthwise so we can have 2 burger patties. Shout out to the vegetarians. Today is your day. No meat. All right. So we have, whew, I don't know if y'all saw that. It's nice and juicy on the inside. This is your burger patty, medium undone. Okay. So we have our cheese. Let me be careful because feta cheese will crumble really nicely over a salad. Let me taste a little bit for research purposes. Wowzers! Get you right here. Okay. I'm telling you, European ingredients, like a little goes a long way. This is, I wouldn't say it's all the way funky. Get funky with it. But the halloumi cheese, like mildness was like a 3 to 4. This is giving me 6 or 7. Feta cheese is briny. It's got a little bit of funk to it. That sheep's milk and the goat's milk. I like it because it can stand up to, you know, like really chunky veggies. So we have our burger patties. So we need the lettuce. Let me go ahead and do the lettuce while I'm here. We need lettuce the size of this. And then we're going to get our sandwich slices. All right. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making a watermelon burger. I don't know, y'all. What do you want to call this one? All right. Move the cheese slightly. So we're going to get out our iceberg lettuce. You just want a piece of lettuce. I'd probably do it without the lettuce, but you didn't ask me that. First time we make a recipe, we're making it his way. So I'm going to take off the first layer, and if it's intact, we'll rinse it and use it. One hack, they say, don't rinse all of your produce until you're ready to use it. So if we're just going to use one leaf of lettuce like this, rinse this. If you rinse the whole thing and then you try and put it back in the fridge, it will spoil more quickly. All right. I heard it on the internet. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I do. All right. So let's move our lettuce away. Since this one came pretty intact, it looks like an elephant ear or something. It looks like okay, anyway, let's rinse this off. Then let's bring our cheese back. Oh, this is good. We need enough for 2 sandwiches. All right, so if you watch what he does after he cuts the cheese in half, I know the what is this? The captions are in the way. Oh, we got pickles. Yes, we're gonna do the pickles. Glaze. Is this the one with the lettuce? Yes. So you see how he has his lettuce there, the exact same size? So I'm gonna try and make 2 of those. All right, focus. I don't think it's gonna be perfect. I think I'm just gonna cut this thing in half. And if we have some overhang, we will snip it off because I'm already stressing out trying to make it perfect. So let's just do this. We have our 2 burger patties. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna cut off the crispy bits at the end, wrap a damp paper towel around it and put it in the bag. After washing, it'll last forever. Okay, starlight, starlight, star bright, star that I wish on tonight. Isn't that a thing? Anyway, focus. Okay, great. So we'll take off the crunchy part. Research. My hands are salty from the cheese, so it actually made the lettuce taste good. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. If we do it in half, yeah, we're gonna do that. And if we cut it, fold it in half again, good enough. Good enough for you is good enough. Good enough for me. All right. So we're gonna have 4 pieces. Yeah. This actually looks better. Let me just cut it in half. All of this. All right. It's not a square. I don't know what shape this is. It's more like a trapezoid. You will be all right. It's called a water burger. I love it. See, y'all are great with the names. Okay, so we got our lettuce. Now we need pickles. So we're making our water burger. We have our sushi. I'll bring that up to the front so y'all can see. Number 1 was the watermelon sushi. Let me spread these out because y'all keep making me taste them so nobody can tell we've been consuming. All right, pickles. If you notice in the video, he had the long dill pickles. I forgot to order them. So we're gonna go with hamburger chips, all right? That's what I got. So we need enough, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because if you look, his pickles cover the whole thing. First star I see tonight, exactly. Isn't that a thing? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So we got this man who doesn't need to lose any weight, making some weight loss food. That's great. Maybe he ate it to look like that. It's a rhombus. Okay, wonderful. So we got the German on the screen. Okay, watermelon, feta cheese, German precision pickles. I don't have those. Balsamic, lettuce, rhombus lettuce, and watermelon. All right, so we got the German precision. Let's go. Let's get a fork for these pickles. All right. Whew. Let me see if I can, no, let's get the pickles out. I'm nervous because I'm thinking like I'll make it on the presentation plate, but let's make it here and see if we can transition it. So we got dill pickles, all right? This is what I got. I don't have the German precision pickles. If you do, that's great. So I'm just gonna count and see how many, maybe. All right, I'm nervous. Our German brothers and sisters say it needs to fit. Okay, we got 5 on 1, great. All right, so we know how many we need. Let me just get another little stack. And then I think we're ready to Avengers assemble. All right. So, oh, we haven't cut our watermelon yet, y'all. All right, so we got our burger patties and ingredients. Let's see if we can even get watermelon squares. Oh, but I need the feta to know what size. Y'all, this is stressing me out. But then I get so excited Friday when it comes together. Come on in, everybody. We're at 22,000 likes. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making a watermelon burger. Yes. And now we got to make the bread. All right. So we have our watermelon rib over here from the sushi. Let me just pour out the juice. And we're going to cut our other watermelon quadrant at this point. Oh my word. It's sitting here soaking up this salt. Lord of mercy. Okay, focus, Maggie. Let's clean this off because we need to make some bread. We're making some gluten-free watermelon bread. Yes, that's what we're doing today. Make sure you tap the screen. Share this with people who don't have anything else to do on a Friday night. Come on in. All right. Let us break bread together on our knees. If you know, you know. Focus. Okay. So we have this watermelon quadrant, and our watermelon burger is feta cheese. So I'm crunching the geometry in my mind. Someone said, calm down, you got this. Thank you, Lamb, for the gifts. All right, I think I'm gonna cut. All right, let's see if our feta will fit. Not like that. It'll fit like that. All right, so we're gonna slice this down. Y'all, it takes a village. It takes a TikTok village, all right? Focus. So we need to slice it this way. And I'm gonna slice it thick and then slice it in half. All right. So we have one of these. Looks delicious. Woo! All right. Take the watermelon bread, the burnt ends over there. All right. I'm going to watch me now. Watch me now. Watch me now. Watch me now. All right. So we're going to do like that. Y'all didn't think we could do it. Don't gesture with the knife. And then we're going to do like that. All right. Perfect. Research. With the salt, it's so good. Okay. So now we have our McMaggie burger bun. All right, but we're gonna have to cut that in half. And then half again. Or, hold up, let's cut it in half. Maybe we just make one of these. I didn't do it straight. Is that too thick? That might be too thick. Let me look at his. I think I'm gonna cut him in half. I wanna look at the ratio of bread to bun. That's what I'm looking at here. Okay, it looks kind of thin, yeah. I think it's about the same size as the feta. I think I might. All right, let's see what we can do. If we cut this in half, all right, so we have, I think this is good. He made 2 sandwiches. So we're gonna make the light version, the delight version, the diet version, or you could do open face, all right? So we're gonna cut this down lengthwise. All right, this one not so good. This one is the bread that they give you. This is your diet bread version. All right, all we need is one that looks good. All right, so let's Avengers assemble. All right, let's get the order of operations, then we'll cut them in half and then move them over to the platter. So it looks like we know what we're doing, all right? The end piece, yeah, exactly, you got the end piece. So we need watermelon, feta, pickles, glaze, lettuce, watermelon. Okay, we got this. All right, so we got 1, It looks good in one struggle piece. So let's go with the nice one first. We're gonna put our feta. Let's do it at the same time. We'll make 2 sandwiches. And then I think next was pickles. Let's do our pickles over here. Salt on salt on salt. Okay, perfect. Imagine they're German precision. We got this. And then balsamic glaze. Oh yeah, we got the bertolli. This is sweet. Kind of tastes like communion wine concentrate. That's what it tastes like. So you know that wine that you get or the grape juice that you get, that's what this tastes like. Oh yeah. All right, let me see if I can get my drizzle going on. Okay, because he's got German precision. Whew. All right, let's move our bread piece out of here so I don't mess it up. All right. All right, we got one. All right. Whew. Nerve-wracking. All right, so we got our balsamic glaze. Looking good. The struggle is real, y'all. I'm stressed out. And then why he put lettuce on these, I don't know, but these are weight loss sandwiches. So we have our rhombus number 1 on here. And rhombus number 2, we may have to snip off this piece. That's all right. That's all right. Ugh. All right, we'll put this on here. It's not perfect. You will be okay. This is the struggle sandwich. And then the other slice of bread. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited when it comes together. Okay, so then we're gonna have to cut it on an angle. Okay, let me cut it first because once I start to handling it, and then I may even put it on a spatula and move it over so it looks nice. All right, so let's cut it in half. Let me see how he cut his. I think he cut his. Did he cut it? Oh, he put 2 together. I see you over there. Big bite. But we can't call him a big back. I think we cut it in a triangle. Yep, we did that. Y'all are laughing. This is stressful. 24,000 likes. Thank you all so much for being in here. Come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. This is Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making a watermelon burger, a German burger with German precision. We cut our watermelon into slices, the same exact size as the feta cheese, dairy-free cheese, sheep's milk, and goat's milk. We put pickles on. We put our glaze on. And we put our lettuce on. Then the top of the watermelon. And then, oh, he just cut it in half. I can do that. That's the easy part. Okay now. Okay now. Let's go ahead and cut it in half. All right, so let me just move them together. Well, let me not. Let's just cut in half. And then cut this one in half. All right, we're gonna move these over. I'm nervous. I wanna pick them up and show y'all, but if I do and then they fall apart, then I'm really gonna be upset. Okay, focus. Let's get another little plate so we act like we know what we're doing. All right. So we have our platter here. Let me get a spatula. All right, so we're gonna put our watermelon burger. I want you all to see our watermelon burger here, here, here. Ah, I'm getting some glaze. I'm gonna clean it up. Here. All right. Let's get, if you make a little mess, oh, let me get a clean paper towel. Make a little mess. Let's move the cutting board. Uh-oh. We're gonna get them even, get a nice little picture. Then we'll take a bite. And then if y'all are done, put the X emoji. If y'all want me to keep doing and go to number 3, put 3 in the chat. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making watermelon and cheese 3 ways. We've made watermelon sushi. Right now we are cleaning up our watermelon burger. Our German precision says we need to get these precisely the same distance apart. Y'all want to keep going? Number 3. We're at 25,000 likes. What do y'all think? Okay. So we have our watermelon sushi. It's still juicy sushi. I don't know if that's a good thing. This was number 1. We have number 2. Let me take a picture of number 2. And then we have one last one, and then we'll be done. And then, of course, I'll take a bite for you. All right. So I don't speak German, so I don't know what he called it. But let me see if I can get a picture. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Careful with the knife. I would go a little bit heavy with the glaze, just so it's nice, that cross section. I would probably put some more glaze on top, but let's see. First time, his way. After that, we can do extra. Oh my word. Y'all, this is beautiful. I'm so excited. Look at that. Oh, that's you. Hold up. Look at that. Look at that. Let's take one with the flash. Let's take one with the flash. Oh my word. I look like I know what I'm doing. I do not. I told y'all we mess up all the time. All right. It's just this one I actually like because it's holding its structure. The rolls, they just have so much water coming out. All right, let's do a video. We got watermelon burgers here with feta cheese, pickles, balsamic glaze, and lettuce. Okay, I'm so excited. Y'all, we gonna taste it. So I already gave the watermelon, I know y'all are excited. I already gave the watermelon sushi a 10 out of 10. And then with the balsamic glaze, it was a 10.5 out of 10. It was so good. All right, y'all, I'm salivating. Oh, I'm so excited. Woo. I know I'm gonna like it. I hope I like it. All right, I almost want the diet one because y'all, this is a big piece of chunky, big back cheese. But we're gonna go in, get some pickle, get some lettuce, get some watermelon. Mm. Well, hey, a lot going on. Okay. Wow. Very complex. The watermelon actually takes a back seat. The feta cheese is so like pow. If you like feta cheese, if you like a sharp, dry, a little bit chalky, you can see it's not a creamy cheese, it's more of a chalky cheese. The burger and the pickle, the lettuce and the pickle, I like salt, but I don't know if I like that much on it. Let me try one more. And let's go with a little extra balsamic glaze. I would go extra because you need some sweet. I think the balsamic glaze will help because the watermelon is really overpowered by the cheese. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Beautiful presentation, but. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Glaze it up. Yes. That's what it is. And my watermelon is probably on sweetness. You see, I'm still eating it. This watermelon is probably like a 7 out of 10 on sweetness just by itself. The watermelon. If you have a very sweet watermelon, I think it'll be fine. But just know that, especially with that thick of a slice of cheese, it's more cheesy than watermelony. But add some more glaze on there. Put some ketchup on it. Put some A1 sauce on there. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think the balsamic glaze cuts through that cheese really well. Excellent. By itself, for me, 8 out of 10. With the balsamic glaze, 9 out of 10. Sushi for the win, but this is a very close second. greedy. All right. Just to make sure. And then we're going to do the last one. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It grows on you. That's what it is. It's a very complex flavor palette, but it grows on you. Almost like Mediterranean food. If you're not used to Mediterranean food, the flavors are very bold and it's kind of like, what in the world is that? But the more you eat it and your palate kind of gets used to it, oh, they blend together beautifully. Okay, last one. Woo! Who knew not cooking could be so much fun? All right, last one. I need to clean my hands because with the glaze and the watermelon, it's kind of sticky, but so nice. All right, last one coming up. We have one more watermelon sandwich. So we made the watermelon sushi, 10 out of 10. We made the watermelon burger, 9 out of 10. It's like a 9.5 now. Watch me tomorrow. If there's any left, it'll be a 10 out of 10. Okay, last one. I'm so excited, y'all. I just think about this stuff and I'm like, let's try it. Is it gonna work? I don't know. Thank you all for 27,000 likes. Okay, last one. This is the one that's on FoodTokTV. Y'all are having fun? Look fantastic so far? Okay. I don't know what sound we have here. Oh, sorry. Focus, Maggie. All right, so this is the last one. We're going to make watermelon slices again. And then mozzarella cheese, salt, pepper, Roma tomato, basil, olive oil, and glaze. Ooh! Okay, this is the one that's cut into triangles. Oh yeah, we about to do this. Now I feel better about this one because we don't have to be perfect. The other one was stressing me out with the German precision, making sure everything was perfect, stressing me out. This one, we can cut our tomato and cut our mozzarella into the slices we want. Y'all are liking this? Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. What do we want to call this one? We have watermelon sushi and a watermelon burger. I don't know. What is that sandwich called that they put on the grill? Y'all know those pressed sandwiches? There's a name for them. Caprese. Ooh. Watermelon caprese? Let's go with that. Fancy. Okay. Let's get our bread. And then we'll get our ingredients. So I'm just going to wipe this down. This has just got watermelon juice and the balsamic glaze. If y'all weren't here, we don't waste ingredients. Sop that stuff up with your other ingredients. Y'all, this stuff is $9 a bottle. Anyway, you didn't ask me that. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making a watermelon panini. That's it. Panini. Exactly. How about a watermelon caprese panini? I'm so excited. Okay, focus. Now, we need to make some bread. She just makes one sandwich, thick slices. Okay, so let's go back to, now we need a square. Okay, this is not a square. This is not even a triangle. I think this is a pie. All right, I guess we can use this one. Can I make a square out of this? Hold on, y'all, my geometry brain. I need 4 sides, 1, 2, or should I go into, this is what stresses me out. Okay. I'm confused because she cuts it into, okay, this is what we're gonna do. If I need to, y'all see me over here, this does not compute. Maybe instead of making it square and then cutting it into triangles, maybe we make 2 triangles and just push them together as a square. All right, let's get a big chunk. Because we just need to make 1, right? Yes. All right. Okay. Or, all right, let's see. Let's cut our watermelon caprese panini. All right. All right. Okay. This is what's going through my head. Can I make it? How about, look, at this point, we're going to make 2 triangles and you will be all right. Okay. I was trying to like make a square and then cut them in half. No, I'm stressing out. It's too much. All right. Let's do this. We're just going to go from the white meat. Okay. That's not a triangle. Hold up. Hold on, y'all. I'm messing up. Okay. Hold on. Just making a triangle shape. Okay. There's one triangle. I messed up. All right, look. I'm tired. All right. I don't know what this is. You will be all right. It's a hexagon, a trapezoid. It's something. All right. We're just here for the sandwich making. Okay. So my plan was okay. We'll be here all night. All right. So we're just gonna Avengers assemble. I need to look at the thickness of hers. Yeah, hers look pretty thick, but we got to be able to bite it. Whew. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cut this one in half. Okay, I feel better now. All right, not really. Let me cut this in half. All right. All right. Whatever shape this is, we got 2 sandwiches. It's a kite. It's all good. Make it work. Okay. Yeah, I know. My OCD, I'll just be here all night. Okay, so we have our watermelon. Now we need our mozzarella. So let's get our cheese sliced. All right, let's go to the cheese board. Our watermelon bones are. All right. Pickles, on their own. All right. So for this sandwich, we need mozzarella, tomato, and basil. So let's go with the mozzarella. Again, for the cheese substitute, I'm using this. This is Boof mozzarella. You can get this, I think, from Whole Foods. I think this came from the Fresh Market. So this is a ball of mozzarella, fresh mozzarella. So if you like mozzarella cheese, this is for you. How do you open this? Oh, open here. Come on in, everybody. We're at 2,800 likes. Let's see if we can get to, no, 28,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 30,000. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and you can tell, again, another fresh cheese in a saltwater solution. So I'm going to pour out some. And then we're going to slice this into like little small circles. So you can see it's like about the size of a big egg, almost like softball. So I'm just going to slice this like a proper caprese. Am I Italian? No. Have I been to Italy? Yes. Do I like caprese? Yes. So we're going to cut this. We're going to slice this cheese. Again, this is buffalo mozzarella. So if you can have cow milk, use the regular mozzarella. I'm just going to go ahead and slice the whole. Yeah, I think that's good. Research. Excellent. All right, so I'm just going to put this back in the saltwater solution. Okay. So we have our cheese, please. Yeah, 4 slices. Greedy. We need tomato. A Roma tomato, not the real thing. Tomatoes in Italy, incredible. You've never had anything like them. I think it's the volcanoes. I don't know. But this is what we got. So we're going to slice the Roma tomato and see if we can get them about the same size as our caprese mozzarella. And I'm just going to go in kind of freehand. See if I can get 4 slices. All right. So we have our tomatoes. And then basil. So I have some fresh herbs. We're just going to peel these off and put them inside. I think we're ready to assemble. Avengers assemble. Oh, it smells so good and peppery. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's assemble number 3, and then we will be done. Our watermelon caprese panini. All right, let's move this. We need some. All right. All right, I'm watching the order of operations. Watermelon, mozzarella, salt, pepper, tomato, basil, olive oil, glaze. Okay. So watermelon, I forget that fast. Mozzarella. So since I have these big buffalo slices, I'm just gonna put them in just like that. All right. I feel like I have extra space, but at this point, we need salt and pepper. So let's go in with the salt and pepper. Salt is great on your watermelon, on your tomato, so we're gonna go with high and salt. And then I'm gonna use some pepper. I know fresh crack would be better. You will be all right. So we're gonna go in with some pepper. The one I have in the grinder is red pepper. So we're gonna put some pepper on these. All right, so we've salted and peppered them. You can see. All right. Tomato. So we're gonna go in with our Roma. Hold on, the pepper. I got my struggle air conditioning blowing it towards me. So we got our Roma tomatoes. Beautiful. Bellissimo. All right, and then next is the basil, or as they say, basil in the UK. Cheese, salt, pepper, tomato, fresh basil. All right, y'all know me and my struggle herbs. So let's go in and grab some beautiful peppery basil pieces. I'll give them a rinse. I don't know, maybe you're just supposed to eat them right out of the ground, but what do I know? And we're gonna put these on top. All right, we'll just block them gently. It's giving us that Italian. Yummy. We're at 31,000 likes. Thank you all so much. I'm just going to take off the stem part, and I'm gonna put the basil directly over the tomato. Each one. Got our beautiful Italian colors. Oh, take off the stem. Our beautiful Italian colors. This one needs a little extra. And our struggle sandwich over here. Okay, and then olive oil and glaze, right? So I have some olive oil. We'll see. I don't know if my drizzling is gonna work, but let's see if we can drizzle a little bit. Ooh, ah, oh, I like it. Ooh, ah, oh, I like it. Sorry, that was a bit much. Okay, and then we're gonna go in lastly with the glaze. Looks so refreshing. I broke the top. All right, let's go back in for the last glaze. I made open face sandwiches, y'all. We gotta put this together. All right, so this is what we have. I didn't think this through. I'm gonna move them over to the tray open face like this, and then I'll combine them and make a sandwich. Wouldn't you just dress one side? I know, I just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute, y'all, we already messed up. We're all right. Okay, so our watermelon caprese. Our struggle sandwiches. Let's get our platter just for photo. put these on and then we'll take a bite. All right. Let's see if we can make them look nice. One. Let's turn this around. Two. Don't look at the corner. You know, when people say that, oh, don't look at my shoes. Then you look at their shoes. All right, I think we got it. So we're gonna take a picture like this. Great job. Oh, they look stunning. Thank you. We're gonna take a picture like this and then I'll combine one and take a bite. Hello, Diaz. Oh, that's heavy. All right. Oh, we are done. Let's get the photo. Our open face watermelon caprese. So again, this was the goal and this is what we made. All right, so she made hers into a proper sandwich, but we already have a watermelon burger and then cut it in half. But I'm showing y'all the open face version on accident. All right, so let's take a picture this way. See if we can get it to look nice. Oh my word, wait till y'all see these. Oh mama, oh mama. Get in close on your food. We'll do some with and without the flash and then a video. The colors, honestly, it pops so beautifully. Thank you all so much. We're at 34,000 likes. Let's see if we can close out at 35,000. And then finally, we have our watermelon caprese, open face panini, watermelon, salt, pepper, mozzarella, tomato, balsamic glaze, and fresh basil. All right, so that was sandwich number 3. Sandwich number 2. Which was the watermelon burger. And number 1, our watermelon sushi. So I'm gonna take a peek. Let me see if I can get a picture of all of them together without the bitten off pieces. And then vote for your favorite, 1, 2, or 3. Sushi, burger, or caprese. Let's do a quick video. All right, y'all. Whew. All right, so let's go in. Let's do the struggle one. I think I like the presentation on this one better. Got the salt and the pepper. I got a bad feeling. That wasn't a real bite. I'm going in. Delicious. If you like it mild, I would say this is the mildest because the mozzarella is nice and creamy. The olive oil is smooth. The balsamic glaze is sweet. This is your beginner sandwich. 9.5 out of 10. For me, I would probably put a little bit more fresh cracked black pepper, just a little kick, because it's very mild and very sweet. That's level 1. Level 2, our watermelon sushi with the halloumi cheese and the mint. But if you want to stand up, so good. I'm looking for my towel. Hold up. Woo! If you like a medium flavor, that's the one. But this Mama Jamma, the German precision, this one right here with that feta cheese, that is the boldest bite. I'm telling you, this is not for the weak. I love all of them. Oh my God. I love all of them. Y'all, this has been so much fun. A lot. And we still, look at all this watermelon we got left. But yeah, I wanted to give you all something to do with your watermelon sandwiches, picnic season, summer season. Thank you all so much. We're at 38,000 likes. We're going to wrap up. Let's see if we can get to 40,000 before we close. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content. Today we made watermelon burgers, watermelon sushi, and watermelon caprese paninis. Recipe for the caprese will be on FoodTokTV.com. I'm glad you all had fun with me. Use your own ingredients, make it your own. I'm with you all Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. We're at 39,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 40. If you want to find me, I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I make content and I live stream. I post every day, but I live stream 3 times a week, Monday, Friday, and Saturday. You enjoyed this? Oh, we're over 40,000 likes. Thank you. Okay, announcements. I got some travel coming up. If you all want to travel with me, I'm taking a group to Ghana, West Africa, where I'm from. And then next year, I'll announce it here. We're looking at Kenya. So if you've ever wanted to go on safari, if you've ever wanted to go to East Africa, I'm working with the travel group to take you all. And, courses. If you're interested in femininity content, we have a course starting next week, Saturday the 19th, called Relationship Basics. I believe in taking care of family and taking care of your man, ladies. So if you don't know what that means and you want some guidance from a traditional perspective, everything is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. And a new course I have been inspired to create is going to be called Protect Your Relationship, because everybody doesn't want the best for you. That's going to be coming in the fall. So I will see you all next week. Go have fun. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you. My social media is Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all platforms, all right? I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So hopefully some dairy substitutes were helpful for you. All right, you're welcome. Goodbye. God bless. Thank you all so much for being here. See you all next week, if I can figure out how to end this. Thank you all for the shares. All right. Goodbye to TikTok. All right, let me check really quick. Kaylee wants to try it. Hey, Kaylee. We got watermelon capreses. I've been eating on them. That's the open face. This is the watermelon burger. And then the watermelon sushi is probably more of an elegant bite. Smaller, dainty, less messy, but they're all fun. Great for like date night. Mr. President is here, so I'm going to run. Great for date night, or if you just wanted something a little light and refreshing, this would be a great dessert option. So hello, everybody. I'm just going to scroll back on Instagram. Hello to our German brothers and sisters. Have I ever had yellow watermelon? I haven't. Is that a thing? I guess it is. Watermelon burgers. Thank you. I've had white pineapple, but I haven't ever had yellow watermelon. I'm just scrolling back. Thank you all so much. Trader Joe has good pickles. Canadian cheddar. It may be organic. Y'all know. I don't know. Whatever works for you. All right. Thank you all so much, Instagram. I'll clip this up and post it, and then I'll be back if you want. Today's Friday. Tomorrow with Lucy, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central for more relationship content. All right. Thanks, Instagram. And then over here, Quasia says, what do you think about adding a thin slice of ginger and wasabi? Ooh. If you're strong like that, I'm not. I love it. Jurgen likes it. Oh, it's a 3-course meal. Thank you, Jurgen. Now this is saying a lot. Jurgen is our meatitarian. If Jurgen thinks they look good, shout out to you. It is a beautiful, can y'all see that? It really is pretty. It's a beautiful presentation. Open face. And because the cheese is so like thick and hearty, it'll keep you full. And you don't feel like weighed down. It's wonderful. Hello, Melody. Thank you so much for being here. It's a rhombus. Thank you all so much. I know, y'all. I was struggling with it. Paninis. Oh, thank you. Take a bite. How does it taste? You want number 3? Oh, lettuce layers for a turkey burger. Oh, Jurgen is liking it. Let us break bread together on our knees. German watermelon cheese slice. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Adelina. Hello, Christina. Today was your day, Christina. We got balsamic glaze in the house. International client, so focus, Maggie. Y'all know I get stressed out trying to make it right. Everybody good? Is the mathing? I know, y'all. Hello, everybody. Vegetarian. Today is a vegetarian day. Not vegan, but vegetarians. Today is your day. All right, everybody. I think we got everything. Thank you all so much for being here. Looks great. White pineapple. I had that in Hawaii. Yes, go to the farmer's market next time you're in Hawaii. It's amazing. All right, you guys. Next cooking show will be Monday at 5. Next relationship show will be tomorrow with Lucy at 5. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. See you tomorrow. Let me set my outro video. If y'all want to travel with me, this is where we're going in December. All right.